Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Friday and my Friday solutions. This one may be not a solution, but I've got to pose a question, and that is, what do you miss? And I'm going to share with you that for me, it's people. During the pandemic, a lot of us have been isolated for periods of time, and even where reopening has happened, of course, there's still distancing, mask wearing. In the media and culturally, there's divisions along opinion and also widespread unification, however, in the efforts combating racism and the improvement of inclusion. So, one of the biggest separations we've experienced through this has to be the separation from human interaction, right? Yes, of course, there's Zoom, but we all know what the online video experience is like. It's wondrous technology that allows us to see us face to face across the entire planet. We can meet people that we, in Australia or wherever else, but there's a dehumanizing nature to it, isn't there? And of course, my world was rocked, like I'll admit, as I set out and went all in 2020, being the year that I was going to cross North America speaking, training, doing workshops, and live coaching all in person, right? And for me, the biggest thing about that when we became restricted was how much I missed the people, how much I miss that energy. I'm a hugger, I'm a handshaker, a shoulder slapper. The energy I share and receive from direct interactions is pretty much like an exchange of pure oxygen. It's also got me thinking about where I am in life right now. Like 2 years ago, we made a bold move to move our family from my home where I grew up, my birthplace in Calgary, Alberta, to our new home in Squamish, BC. It was definitely a lifestyle choice more than a business one, and in almost every way, it's been an improvement. Our recreational passions are outside our doorstep in the most epic way, and our kids are close to the things that they're passionate about and that they're pursuing careers in. But you never really know how much extreme weather has an impact on your life until you leave it. And I don't miss a thing about the never ending winters in Calgary. They're stifling, they're difficult, and today, with the better climate, we're healthier than we've ever been. But there are some things I miss terribly. You see, Calgary was a wonderful place. It still is. But my hometown has been struggling mightily for 6 years in a recession that was bookended by a 100-year flood and this pandemic. And what I miss about Calgary, though, is the culture and the people. It's a volunteer culture where they don't just post their giving intentions on social media. They don't signal their indignations at every turn. They just simply step up and get busy, sometimes loudly, sometimes quietly, and even anonymously, but they always put their money, time, and influence behind their intention. Mission heart prevails, and I miss that. In Calgary, people are genuinely happy to see you and be seen. They greet you with smiles on the street. They are polite, but they're focused. You see, they're busy. They have things to do, businesses to run, and communities to support. That courtesy even extends into driving. Yes, I know Albertans are a bit heavy on the pedal, but here's the thing. People turn on their signal lights to let you know where they intend to turn. And they get out of the fast lane and pass on the left. These are courtesies that I don't see much these days. Now, there is a spirit of community in Calgary that is special, and the world got to see that in the 1988 Olympics. I know that's a long time ago, but it was a monumental shift for Calgary in the eyes of the world. And I remember watching from the chair in my math class in high school as Eddie the Eagle soared, rather kind of like an albatross and not so much like an eagle, to legendary status. Calgary has been synonymous with beef, energy, and the Calgary Stampede. It happily and dutifully supplies that to Canada, the US, and the rest of the world. It's also a place where people work hard, play hard, and believe that success is right around the corner, and they're willing to go after it. There are a lot of big hats, but there are plenty of cattle too. You know what that saying means. People back up their big claims and they have earned them. So today, in a brief manner, I'm summing up what I do miss right now. I have an amazing family and some pretty awesome clients for sure. But overall, I miss people, more people. I miss interacting, hugging, laughing, spending time with good, decent, hardworking people who dig in, follow up, and understand that life is a two-way street and giving is the only way to grow. They don't just say it, but they live it. They will agree to do a deal with a handshake and follow through. They don't need to get to know you because they already do. They know where you're from, or at least they know that you're from there, fresh off the boat or born there. It doesn't matter. They're in it together and buy into the common direction that they're heading. They agree to the rules of the game and they see the same goals. So they just get to it. Now, I know there's tons of cities like that. For me, my experience was Calgary. Now, the past has been a tough time. Like the past 6 years has been an incredibly tough time for my hometown. And those days aren't over yet, but they will be eventually. And there's an old jingle from one of the local TV stations back in Calgary. And it used to go, there's a feeling in the air that you can't get anywhere except in Calgary. If you're in my genre and you've been in Alberta, you know that jingle. And it's a special place. But there are even nicer places geographically for lifestyles. And I believe today we live in one of those nicer places, right? But there are a few places I've ever been with nicer people. Yes, I miss the spirit of Calgary. And I think even my Calgarian friends miss a little bit more of that spirit. And they could use it. The culture is strong. With this pandemic and distancing, it's going to be difficult for them, but as well, I miss people. So this was just an ode, I guess, to my hometown in Calgary, who I love dearly. But at the same time, we're extremely pleased to be relocated in a place that we now call home. And we're trying to engage and ignite the same spirit in our community that we were able to get in Calgary. And it's not that it never could be replicable, because I believe that you can take community and people and make it what you will. So the spirit is there, a culture can develop, and you can emerge and immerse in a culture and make it one community that wants to drive forward. So to find out how the entrepreneur owners in our Grow, Get, Give coaching family are succeeding and thriving today, growing their business, getting more freedom, and giving back, just email me at info@mikeskrypnek.com. Maybe group coaching is right for you. Maybe one-on-one coaching is right for you. But definitely, if you engage and we engage, you're going to get some magic, and you're going to get that spirit and that culture and that community that you hope for. So I'm Mike Skrypnek, CEO and founder of Grow, Get, Give Coaching. Have a great day and an amazing weekend.